71 kills with an average of 35.5 over there.
Man, wonderful starts, good looking, man. It's toxic on the other side, though. He said ASG players. I mean, this is the number one team in SA according to the world champs. They did defeat Cyclone in the LAN that happened. And man, you gotta expect a lot from them because a uniform team from another roster, of course, bringing PDX roster 7Ken, adding him there, that's definitely gonna buff up the team. But then CR7 though, on their own hand, 3 players, this is their favorite comms map. And well, when you tag a comms map your favorites, there's a level of performance expectation that the casters, personally, I'm speaking for myself, will be expecting. But look at ASG start out well, man.
Yeah, absolutely. They're getting that point early on, P1 over here, ladies and gentlemen. And even more so, filling up that kill feed as well, right out of the gate. Man, there's going to be a hard hitter, I feel like, as S7X, they find themselves on that point, close to tying us up. ASG take it back, though, after a short contest, and they start racking up that points now, 15 and counting.
S7, they're trying their best to play for that P1, but then it's not going to be easy, though. It's Mano, it's exposed. There's a lot of openings, even though 5, it can also come from the air. And ASG there, they understand that the scraps times too in their favor, but S7 are fighting for it. They're trying their hardest. It's 2 seconds there on that timeline. ASG doesn't even want to give that, but look at the Slayer play come through from ASG. They clear out that hill there for that P2 and make sure they've got it easy. They move it toxic already, clearing through the driveway. The smokes out there. ASG blocking out the entrance through water, through the lobby. They don't even let them come through. S7 are spawned outside.
And P2 is where you get most of your points over there, the angles that you can play off of to get onto point. So many to have to watch over there, but ASG doing a phenomenal job of going ahead and holding out S7X over here, crossing the 50-point mark. As we have just 30 seconds left on this hill before moving over to P3, the far side of it, as Toxic with the equalizer doesn't find Fadi over there, but will get immediately traded out. Look how blue that kill feed is right now. Contest onto point, it doesn't even matter. The shutdown is here, the lockdown is back, and with 10 seconds left, ASG get a quite nice score of 69 over there and counting as we move over to hill number 3.
Absolute money here for ASG, milking it out completely and leaving no scraps there. Toxic feeding off S7 and just making sure he gets 2 pieces. Now the next hill opens up his P3 there, close to that warehouse, and now the bread finds one. Now puts down Fadi. And man, 3 players on S7 claim that this was their favorite map. We're looking at live hacks and pain. 3 of those players, this is supposed to be their favorite map, but man, the scoreboard is saying something completely different. But then this is ASG, the number 1 team in South Africa, so the performance is definitely going to be there. But it needs to go come through for S7. Fadi and Axe finds Phoenix and Storm respectively, 88 to 17. Toxic trying his best, hanging there, and ASG, they're trying to break through, but S7 seems to have a stronghold on P3 warehouse.
S7X shut down a war machine as well and get one up of their own. ASG still on the point though, 93 points and counting here for our final 10 seconds as we move over to P4, and look who's waiting there already. ASG setting up choke points already for this next hill that we're about to move to. Nades coming in from S7X right now to try to go ahead and clear, and they in fact managed to go ahead and clear. They're on the push now and they get the initial touch on the point, but the contest is almost immediate over there, and the sprays are enough to go ahead and clear out to get ASG to that 100-point mark.
And yeah, 100-point mark they do cross now. That's sitting our P4 rocks now. It's close to that P1. So if you get your rotations right, if you get those Slayer plays right, look at Nak now. Speaking of Slayer plays, Nak was there to block them up, but Life saw through that, and now the ups are gonna come through. 3 found, and Toxic says we still have P4 in check. And Equalizer past the 100-point mark. 07 can't seem to work their way through. This is what I talked about. This is what I talked about. Toxic wreaking havoc with the equalizer. 7-10 as well. And now he comes up with his Tempest Code. 7 can put down quickly. 07 have had enough for the scrap time. They don't even let them contest. 3 seconds left. We're back to P1 on Mano.
Yes, the 87 had to shut down that Tempest over there. So much work was done with the equalizers and just the regular gun on top of that. Let's get a listen in for S7X right now. I need to hear what these comms are against what ASG is doing currently.
Open the city.
He's still open.
I got some point. I got some
He's
points.
facing close. He's facing close.
One zebra.
One is open.
One zebra.
2 by close
Zebra
side.
is
Two
Zebra,
facing.
take the hill, take the hill,
Zebra
guys, come on.
jump down.
Close. One close.
By bottom
He's
kitchen.
pushing up
Bottom
office.
kitchen. Dead.
Bottom
There's one
kitchen
close
dead.
to
One
there,
more
close
facing.
to there.
Yeah, one is top
bro,
zebra,
I'm
top
actually
zebra.
dealing with, bro. Actually dealing with.
Yeah, one
One
is
stop.
top.
One
One
arches.
zebra dead.
My phone
One
is idiots in
point,
the skill flow. My god.
Arches.
One is still top.
There's one office side.
Need go me.
Just
Go
going.
me.
Come
Yeah,
here,
let's
open.
go, let's go.
One open is open.
You're one of your white
I have some
players.
zebra. I have one zebra.
White.
Yeah,
There's
three of them. At least.
ASG with that holdout get themselves to 150 points over there. 100 more needed to go ahead and win this hard point on Hacienda. And they're on P2 almost instantly over here, Black Matter.
Yeah, we have the comms of S7. We saw them actually trying their best to keep cool and make sure that they don't, crush under the pressure, despite what the scoreboard looks like and a lot of Nigerians, watching them right now. But I'm curious though, on the side of ASG, it must feel good to have a scoreline this massive, above 100-point mark. So let's go for listening and hear what that comm sounds like.
Toxic on you, 2-2 drive, 2-2.
Rotate. One more checkers. Two checkers.
One water.
Open equalizer.
Nice. Someone drive. Get him.
Check it around. He's white. Watch your right.
Nobody white.
It's square now. No. Go on.
Be careful water. Nice, good job.
I'm going open.
One open, Zebs.
He's on tap 7k. Nice one.
Yeah.
There's one in Ebo. Open low.
One
Life
more
net,
deep,
virus open.
Impressive, man. You can tell these boys are still locked in despite what the scoreline look like. For them, it's not over until it's over. AR.
Yeah, no, absolutely. 200-point mark now about to be crossed by ASG. 50 seconds is all they need to go ahead and win this. But S7X not going to go down without that fight that you mentioned. They contest that point for as long as they possibly can, pushing back with everything that they have. Getting their own points up right now to 65 and counting. 20 seconds left on our final hill over here as we move back over fairly soon, to P4. 13 seconds on that clock and managing to clear out ASG over here, but I think ASG is just going to try to play for this next point right now. It's going to be a tough push as you look at that map. We have S7X already going over to that next hill, already setting up over there. Massive rotations coming through. And with 74 points, they have to play this perfectly to the 209 that ASG have.
It's not going to be easy, that's for sure. That's a over 100-point mark gap. And now ASG, they break into it again. War Machine comes out there. They bring out those orbs. And we saw that this was the play they made the last P4. S7, they find a way to break into. But half the Toxic comes out, gets a 3-piece, finds Nak. And now Nak as well will find more of his own. They will have to make sure they don't let S7. They could close things off here. They've got 30 seconds. ASG, stronghold on P4, stronghold on P2, S7, stronghold on P1, P3. But how much more can they salvage with just one stronghold on one hill? It's 7 can with the Tempest, not able to find a lot of value from that. S7 finally find a way to break in, but the contest is hard. Phoenix finds 3 with about 27. Make that 4, 240, 8 more points. And now Phoenix commits suicide. Toxic is there with the equalizer to close things up. On Pain says, no, not now. We can't deal with you. Puts out 7 can. He gets taken out. Now fights one with the switch play. 244, 6 more points. Phoenix fights one. Now gets taken out. Buddy S7 locking in for P1, but only 6 more left for ASG. Is it too late here?
6 seconds. This has to be a brutal lockout from S7X, and it doesn't even happen over there. ASG get 2 points for free right there. Now 4 points separate them. 4 seconds on that point separate them from taking this first hard point in the contest. Now coming through. 35 seconds. Plenty of time for ASG on the clock. And they only need 2 of that. As once again, they find footing on point. S7X doing everything that they can. You can see that kill feed lighting up, and they've actually wasted a lot of time over here from ASG. 20 seconds remain, but ASG find a toe on that point to go ahead and get the last 2 seconds and the first map in this best of 3 for the series between ASG and S7X.
Impressive, man. Impressive. And well, we had the listening ins. I don't think this one was the servers, guys. I think this one is this was actually the thing. Yeah. So yeah. Congrats to ASG.
ASG with that 1-0 right now after that Hacienda hard point. 48 for Toxic, 44 for Narc, 35 for VNex, 36 for 7ken, 27 for Storm over there. I mean, these guys went absolutely hard in the paint over here. Same can be said for S7X over there. But at the end of the day, ASG played the objective so much better. They locked down those hills so effectively, and they place S7X in the 100-point club right now, leaving them with only 93 to the 250 for ASG. 2500 production. Man, you're glazing a bit too much over there. Slums is next here, ladies and gentlemen, for our SND, a more tactical approach. And we've seen the likes of Fadi over here get those snipes that prove so prevalent in the winning for S7X. Can be done here again in this next SND.
It's not gonna be easy, and it's funny because I'm trying my best to actually understand what happened in that Hacienda hard point, right? We saw S7 start out pretty well when it comes to the catching up game, especially for that P1. We saw them actually try to match up to ASG. It wasn't easy though, but P1 was the contest was there, right? Then we got to P2, the first P2 of the game, and ASG completely pushed them out of the zone. The Slayer plays were made through a water. We saw them cut them off as well through the lobby. We saw them block them from coming in again through the driveway, and we knew that, okay, yeah, they're not getting P2. S7 forfeited, went to P3 immediately, had a stronghold there. That helped them out. Warehouse, that helped them as well with the rotation to rocks, and then ASG said, you know what? We can't let that happen. They started the ops play. The ops play started, and that was exactly how they dominated rocks. Back to P1, S7 couldn't keep up. The momentum kept rising. We saw a 100 score gap, 150 score gap, and here we are.
Absolute insanity. And is that what's going to be written for the next maps that we have? 2 more maps over here. Slums on our SND. Then we move over to Control afterwards, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah, can ASG keep this domination up? Can they absolutely run through the opposition over here? As we take a look at our stats here between 7ken and Fadi, our snipers for our games over here. Fadi with that 0.81 against 7ken's 0.89 on the KD, and 7ken with more kills as well over there. But the deaths, man, 7ken has died less by 1 right now. Is that number gonna stay where it is, or will Fadi be able to out-snipe the counter-sniper over here and increase those deaths a little bit?
I mean, honestly, if there's anything we've known about that 1 number difference, if there's anything we've learned today, it's that it definitely matters. We saw the Cyclone game for the SND 9-8. We saw the Control game 3-2. So that 1 definitely matters here. But look at the stats on ASG VNex there for the S&D, and of course the map being slums. Carl calls it Jerry's home, but that's besides the point here. 25 kills, man.
25 kills in a 125 KD. Right there, you're looking strong already off the bat. You have that 12.5 average kills. your score is all the way up as well, but you haven't gotten that MVP just yet. Is this your time to get it here in Slums, in our SND, in our second game of the evening here, ladies and gentlemen, being broadcasted? I mean, Black Matter and I over here, we're just excited to get into this and commentating. We want to know what you guys think the score is going to be over here for this S&D. Honestly, for me, it's hard to actually say who's going to walk out with this. I've seen both of these teams dominate through S&Ds before. I can't really pick one out of this. What about you, Black Matter?
Yeah, honestly, man, you know, S7 used to be one of the feared S&D teams in NG. Yeah, actually, that was a long time ago, but still, they have quite the reputation when it comes to the S&D. But I don't know if they still got it in them. I don't know if they got it. I mean, they've got Fadi, self-acclaimed the best Nigerian sniper, and his statement is, one team will leave smiling, it won't be you. And I do hope that statement will apply in this match, because trust me, they need that win. They've already lost the hard point and not the fun score difference to look at. I do hope they take the S&D, because, man, I did predict 2-1 in favor of ASG, but then that one also goes to S7. But let's see what they can do as we go for round 1 here.
ASG on our attack here for SND, but numbers dropping so quickly right now. 3 dropped over for ASG currently. I mean, man, just out of the gate, 4, I should say, being dropped over there. Snipers in hand, bomb is unfortunately mid over there, man. Like, how do you even go ahead on the attack over there? There's the shot now coming through. The snipe does connect at the end there over on Pain, but eventually taken out is VNex over there. I mean, I'm at a loss for words over here.
What? Please, my Nigerian people, please, was this hard point or was this S&D? Because the way that S&D round started, you guys made it look like you were playing for points. But okay, let's go now. Through the dumpster, it's funny, and now the switchblade weapon in hand there. They play for that point. They make sure they get the positioning right. The bomb picked up, not yet planted. ASG is the one with the task. They take it slow. They play it calm. It's toxic. HSO. They still have numbers preserved, though. It's a slower round compared to that round 1 here.
Yeah, no, I mean, this is what usually happens, right? We usually see that methodical nature come out of our teams over here come second round. First round is usually just guns blazing. Let's see who can get that first blood. First blood now drawn, though, means that S7X, they lose that 1 player numbers advantage over towards ASG there. But eventually, found out is another keeping that lead now and furthering that numbers advantage. In fact, 5-3. The time ticking down right now, Black Matter, and to your point, that slower approach.
Yeah. No, look at them. They try to accelerate things here with the TDM style. They put down 1, now another taking to add more, because why not? Buddy, Locus Electron finds the scope, but doesn't find, actually finds the kill. 7 can put down. Now he's the only one left. The best Nigerian sniper, self-acclaimed. Can he clutch it? They say no, Black Matter. He cannot. And ASG tied the score.
Okay, feeling out process for that round. Tie us up on our scores. Usually we get to see this between 2 titans of teams. See how the next round plays out, though, Black Matter.
Immediately 4v3. Nose advantage to S7 here. 3v4. Actually, nose advantage to ASG. Warden, please do not hear. Over to you, man.
I'm weirded out by the noises that's in broadcast here. He's talking to you, man. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave it up to you.
All right, man. Sure. Yeah, Warden, please do not do that. But 3v4, they start things out here. And making sure, the bomb is picked up, not yet planted. ESG, I don't know what's going on, but remember, this is S&D. not a hard point. You don't have to play for points. You have to plant the bomb as well. You can win through that way, not just the other way around. But it seems like I'm actually losing feet right now. But production, I don't know what's going on the other side.
Yeah, I thought it was just my side as well, since I've been lagging out just a little bit. But I mean, we hate to see that the action is gone for us over here, man. You know, this always happens to me in an SND, and then when I come back, the score is like 7-5, and I'm just like, how the hell did we get here, man?
Yeah, I really would love to see what's really going on, right now. But it looks like
It's because
me and
Warden was
AR.
talking to us.
All right, man. Cool. Thanks.
We do have listens in for ASG, ladies and gentlemen, though, so we are gonna at least get that while we get our feet.
When you push,
Don't pick it.
when you push, when you push, talk. Just pushing, bro.
I said it. We're gonna
Sometimes
push
I
it.
said. Yeah, you pushed alone.
He's not listening. One bam bomb. Okay.
Yeah. On bricks. On bomb, Eddie.
Only bricks.
Sniper P4, behind blue. Oh, behind blue. On that fucking. Okay. Then.
You are.
I'm dead. One bam bomb.
One more on bomb. Oh, my shot's not here. Last one was on blue. Oh, my shots are not
You
here.
You aim, I think, outside blue.
Yes,
Ah, it's not there. Storm, I said it. Once the nades drop, then you push. And then you just tell him the nades drop long time.
So I pushed there, I died to nades because they draw like 5 nades. You saw I ran away.
Once it bombs.
What do you do?
No, play slow, play. Come here. He's weak actually. Come here.
I'm watching flank.
Come on, watch a P1, eh?
Push first.
Okay, now we're coming in. I'm gonna play back.
On P2.
Watch
Yeah.
P1.
Not first.
Good dead.
One
Walked
P2.
up on me. It's two double.
I'm flanking
Yeah.
P1.
I'm playing P1.
Back.
One man.
Content,
He's double D.
I'm getting wall bang. Yeah.
Come.
Yes, I'm coming,
Cambi.
We're coming back.
I'm watching your blue.
Doubles.
You know where he
What?
is? He's literally like
One calf, sniper calf.
on the A bomb.
Just hard scoping. He's just hard scoping on the head. Nice. One is on the A bomb. Master flank, ne? Someone can flank always.
Grace Phoenix in front of you, my son. Last one is doubles.
Oh.
Okay.
Chai. Why weren't we listening when you fighting?
I'm coming. Let me just quit Discord and come back.
There has been a major outage in Discord like an hour ago. So
Yes,
it could be
definitely.
self-inflicted.
Hey guys,
Yeah.
hello production here. So while our casters here, they're trying to put themselves back on track here, I'm going to be taking over for this one. So ladies and gentlemen, it is I, Warden, and well, the score line here so far, 3-2. It's going to be ASG and SYRIX 7. So far, you do have the players of Share 7 now here, putting through,
My video in
able to find himself on the lead. Question is though, how long can they prolong this?
Okay. Let me end my Discord.
The push comes to shove. Bomb's gonna get planted now here, but instead of Knock here for the side of ASG. You got Fatty as well here, looking to run this one down
Just end this.
with his scopes, but Phoenix shuts him away. And numbers advantage here once again, shining here for the side of ASG in prime position here to put themselves on track. And what is this position, Knock?
Come back.
Ay. Top side he goes. Coming over. Unfortunately, Caster's not really able to get any feed whatsoever, but
Okay.
hey, we draw in the side of the game 3-4 to 1-4 now. Virus is all alone. What can you find? There should be an opportunity in it. Pretty much a guarantee here for the side of ASG to tie himself up now here inside of this game. Virus, despite the fact that yes, you were able to get the kill, no time left whatsoever. And it will be the squad of ASG finding the equalizer here off this map with Slum Search and Destroy.
Yeah. Yeah, nothing, man. Nothing. What about you?
Damn. I think there has been a bit of an outage from the other side of the world here, but hey, once again, we draw in closer towards this one. Game's gonna be locking through. Knock able to find one once again. But Payne able to get a collateral through the marksman. Fire sprays down as well. And all of a sudden, ASG once more here, able to put themselves here on this lead. As Fagiano is going to be all alone. 1v3 situation. ASG's on momentum. They're going to be able to find themselves this lead now, finally. As they offer a pinch, but Fatty's still not backing down. A double wrap here for Toxic and 7KXN. They're still looking for some more. Fatty gets another. Now it's a 1v1. Once a 1v3. A minute, 10 seconds left on the clock. 7KXN doesn't have to take up the fight. Bomb dropped here on the B side. While this is in process, there's 7. You're definitely feeling the groove. All due to Fatty now here providing a lifeline, but 7KXN is going to be able to get the spawn planted. In the process, though, while we draw back and look for a resolution to bring back Black Matter and AR, we're going to try to listen in here for the side of Share 7.
Yeah, plan for coffee. Yeah, I said it. He's on you. Zombom. He saw you, Shaw. That doesn't. You guys playing time.
Nice.
Let's go, Joe.
Nice. I just
That was nice. That was nice. Oh, man, these niggas keep clean shit too. Nobody's game they do me. Nah, my FPL, I beg.
what are we doing, like?
Yeah, let's see.
Man, I don't push
No,
up.
no,
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 see anything.
Yeah, we don't push up. Yeah. One on
Wait.
Grace.
Who the fuck?
Two. For the two.
I did chop this thing from now.
Right outside blue. Fuck me, life. Grace. What the fuck is that spot?
Oh my god, say it like Botsu.
So the guy just prone there and was waiting.
Nice. Fight and that clutch. Sorry.
You guys,
Nah,
sorry,
you
I
push
mean
me,
Botsu.
Guys, how are you doing to
Nah,
the
see-
sniper now? Now we're defending. You don't need to pick. Don't forget.
I know people. The guy tear my
Play slow,
You
play
know-
slow, play slow, play slow,
It's
play
low
slow.
keep to see if they're pushing now.
Play slow, pick up bomb. Don't forget.
My
The
guy
virus
carry
is
on.
much-
Alright, go
The
still watch
smoke
him,
drop
Shaw.
rink. One close to rink. I trust you on that bomb.
There's one in blue. One outside blue.
Oh my
They
god.
got me. That I don't know. You guys should play towards it. Okay, they're like 3 playing A. 3
Oh
playing B,
boy,
I think.
sniper on bomb. See sports.
One inside blue.
One Grace. Two Grace. You're going to
Okay, you guys,
One-
next
one
round,
was
those are
going to
pushy. Those are pushy.
Yeah, let's have push A. Yeah.
This is our training. Yeah.
As you have pushing A, somebody should watch blue immediately, Sha.
Alright. You boo.
Hey, wait! That nigga see me. Hey, wait.
But they prefer every single angle way if you come out.
Guy. I'll push A.
Yeah,
I won't make pick him this round.
Don't use.
I'll join you guys to try to break it. I'll join you guys to try to break it.
I wouldn't. I don't know how I.
Wait. Castro, okay, Castro just, AR, just take over for the time being.
Fact, working on some workarounds so that we can video or look at the feed right now, ladies and gentlemen. 6-4 is our score in favor of ASG. Apologies for the technical difficulties that has been happening over here, but we get into our 11th round. Only 3 more rounds needed here for ASG to walk away victorious in this SND, to get a second round on board, to get to that point where they don't need to win that third map, but they're just gonna win it for a little bit of an ego boost behind everything. Slower pace coming through right now. Once again, Toxic finds the first elimination over onto Life over there. And now a 5v4 situation is where we currently stand. Bomb going to be planted, however, over here. Or the attempt, at least I should say. An attempt successful. Knock, though, going to find out Fuddy. A massive kill with that wallbang. 5v3 situation. About 30 seconds left on that clock right now for ASG to go ahead and hit the defuse. Pain finding 2 over there. Keeping the dream alive within this. Trying to go ahead and make sure that 6-7 tried to go ahead and keep themselves within this. Barely 4-6 is our score. Time ticking away. 7 Ken though. Clutching up that 1v1 over there and getting the defuse for a 7th round. And now you've got to be thinking, what does SYRIX S7, Sierra 7 have to do right now to get back on board? Currently down that 3 rounds, that 3 points. What's going to happen over here? How do they work around this? How do they play their lives a little bit better and play their positionings a bit better? VNix finds out Hacks over there as our first blood. And I don't think ASG is done just yet with finding blood in this SND, as VNix going to find a second one over on Life. 5v3 once again. Back to back. Life advantage to ASG. Now slowly taken down Fuddy with that sniper though. The self-proclaimed best sniper gets the kill, taken out by Toxic, however. Minute 15 on that clock. 4v2 situation, number favoring ASG. Look at that mini map, like a pack of hyenas. ASG holding down B over there. And then the split coming from Sierra 7X over here. S7X, man. I don't know what they do within this. Knock finds out Vitus. 1 left for S7X. Pain taken down by 7 Ken. And it's match point for ASG in this SND over on Slums. Will this be the round that they go ahead and walk away victorious over here? Or will S7X manage to go ahead and keep it alive? Keep the dream alive within this as our potential final round kicks in over here. Our workaround seems to be working for now. Our main feed is a little bit broken still, ladies and gentlemen. So still trying to find a workaround on that. What's not a workaround right now is Fuddy and Life getting that double. Taking down 2, no, 3 over there. Storm looking to try and go ahead and keep it alive. Keep this miracle in the back pocket. 3v1 situation. Storm the last alive for ASG. Fuddy, Vitus, Hacks left alive for S7X right now. Looking for the shots, looking for the angles, and Hacks manages to find so with that PKM. A 5th round for S7X. And ASG still at this match point currently. Still needing that 1 more round to get a second map, to get a second round on board over here. Will this be the round where it happens? As both teams now, you can see that feeling out process has returned one more time. S7X cautious to go ahead and push in nades, flying over the entirety of the map.
Okay, wow. Welcome back, guys.
Sides.
Apologies for all the
Teams yet to go
technicalities
ahead.
involved. We're gonna get back soon, though. And wow, scoreline's looking a lot better. So on the side of ASG's, one more round. This might just be that round they are, but still, man, they still preserve their numbers.
No, absolutely, man. I mean, the fact that ASG is now on this map, and I'm so glad that you are back in this and watching the feed. We did manage to get it fixed over here, guys. So thank you for beating with us within this. But a 5-8 scoreline right now, favoring ASG where we stand. We've seen wallbangs come through. We've seen ASG run through, and we've seen S7X try to keep the dream alive over here. VNix looking to squash that dream right now as Life gets taken down for first blood right now. Body low HP as well, will eventually heal up over time over there. PKM's being reloaded as well. Still that one number drop. Now Storm finds out Pain. Hax gets found out by Storm as well in a double. Vitus found out by Toxic. And you can basically say right now, this is all she wrote as ASG clean up, get the 9th round over there and a second map on board for the series.
Second map on board, man. And at this point, I think our predictions are already coming to pass like it did. We got the first prediction right. And the second prediction, well, let's see if S7 can still make us right, because we did say 2-1. We didn't want to write out S7 so quickly. So technically, if they take control, that will be a prediction done correctly again. But still, man, look at the stats. It tells you what you need to know. 14 kills for Storm, 152 impacts, highest in the whole lobby. 10 and 10 for Fadi and Hacks. And, well, I just hope S7 sits up and locks in for the third map.
9-5 is our final score there, ladies and gentlemen, for map number 2 for our SND over on Slums. Which means we must prepare now, ladies and gentlemen. Prepare for control. The question now is, will S7X get around on board? Will they not get fully 3-0'd within this? Or is ASG just gonna stomp through the opposition again over here in standoff?
Wow, I gotta admire Production's confidence in S7 there, man. I mean, S7, SND Slums. Well, Production just made the correction, guys. That is that was supposed to be ASG's map. They won that by merit. And control standoff though, that's where we're headed right now. And if you look, I'm kind of a bit confused here on what I'm seeing right now, because did I just see a control standoff ban in the map bans list, and we're seeing control standoff on the maps? Yeah, that's probably.
Look, man, Warden's been dealing with a lot of issues here so far. It's okay. We can't read that well anyway. But what these players can do well is absolutely play the hell out of Call of Duty Mobile. And I want to know what teams you guys have on your fantasy. So let us know in the chat as well. Go do your fantasy teams on top of that, because the way this is going, or the way these series are going, I should say, I mean, it's hard to pick your teams for fantasy, man. With how good these teams are, how do you make a choice? How do you make a selection between what you know exists over here? The Titans of Call of Duty Mobile Africa, absolutely dominating through lobbies and games that we witness here. For APS, the African Pro Series is our second series that we've seen here today, that's been broadcasted. First one was an absolute banger, Black Matter. This one, you know, I can say that it was a banger. I trust Warden. I heard the commentary going on from Warden. Shout out Warden, by the way, my goat over there, coming in clutch with the casting halfway through, as we wait now for these players to get into the standoff map, the final map for the series. I want to know what you guys think is going to happen in this map. So guys, in the chat, let us know what your predictions are. What's the scoreline going to be for this control as well? Let us know over there. We love to hear your feedback.
Let's still know, guys. Let's see what you think. And of course, for all you guys that stayed through with us from the beginning, from when we started till now, shout out to you guys, man. Shout out to you guys. You guys are the real MVPs out here supporting us. And of course, as we go into game 3, it's control on standoff. And of course, the stats, man. We cannot start a map without looking at those. 30 kills for Toxic in control and 0.91 KD.
0.91 KD, 30 kills, average of 15 within this, but somehow yet to grab an MVP in control over here. Will this be the game that Toxic yoinks that MVP from his teammates and gets the number on board for himself for that stat? I mean, time will tell. And then even further question is S7X gonna actually get a point, get a map on board over here? Is our prediction going to be correct? We did say 2-1 was going to be the final scoreline within this. So how good is our prediction skills, Black Matter?
Well, technically, correctly 100% because we did get the first one correctly. Now we're almost at preserving our accurate prediction so far. If S7 does win this one, but man, I gotta tell you, that is not gonna be an easy win because ASG, they are so informed right now. You've got 7K in that lineup, the 4 PDX roster player, you've got Toxic, you've also got these other guys, man. They came to fight, they came to win. Number 1 team currently in South Africa, according to the Carifest World Champs. You gotta mention that. And when you have a team like this, man, these guys are built to win.
Absolutely. I wish that I didn't have to leave AGC early, and I wish there wasn't delays at AGC so that I would have been on the South Africa qualifiers, or the Southern Africa qualifiers, and I wish that I gotten to commentate that and seen these boys in action live. But you know, we roll with it. I'm here with APS now. I get to witness these guys dominate, as we've seen through our first 2 maps, and we are waiting for the players to load in, ladies and gentlemen. Our control map over here, the second seed is being broadcasted for today. The first one was an absolute banger to kick us off on this Friday evening. UHMT against Cyclone Gaming, and Cyclone took that one very quickly, 2-1. This one though, you know, we said 2-1 is the score. Currently it's looking like ASG want to prove us wrong. They want to go 3-0 within this, and if they do, we're gonna edit it in post to make it sound like I said 3-0. I'm not being wrong.
well, technically, control hasn't exactly always been S7's strongest point, because we did see the Carifest NG finals that just completed recently, and well, ECL. I really don't want to talk about that right now. Yeah, I think let's not talk about that right now. So
let's talk about that.
S7.
No, we're not going to talk about. We're not going to talk about it. That was shocking to witness. We're not going to talk about it. If you guys want to see it, go look at the VODs that happened. Continue, Black.
Exactly. You want to see it? Go look at the VODs. That's all. Pump and play. But then, hey, S7, I mean, they're gonna be there for, you know, they're still here. They're still here. This is the league phase. And of course, if we can just look at that league standings again, one more time, production, if you can be so kind as to show us that league standings, we can see where ASG and S7 are currently. Of course, ASG being number 3, S7 directly below them, number 4. They are one of the top 4 teams. So technically, they are still looking good in the league phase.
No, absolutely within this. ASG, of course, gonna have a couple more points on board there right now as well. The Cyclone with 8 in first over there, as we now get into our control. Players loaded in. Let's see what happens. Storm with that first blood over there. Nade crossing through. ASG filling up that kill feed. 4 found immediately. Make that 5 to the 1 that Virus had found for S7X. And ASG is on attack here, ladies and gentlemen. S7X will have to have an iron wall of a defense right now against their opposition, who are currently 2-0 to them.
ASG, man, these guys are strong, that's for sure. They know how to shoot, they know how to fight, they know how to play for points, they know how to control the game. 25-17 in barely 2 minutes since the mode started here. We are looking at a one-sided TDM in favor of ASG. Only 2 lives lost. And so far, man, you know there's a 10 life difference. Actually, a 12 life difference, 11 life difference. Oh yeah, I think I can do math at this point because ASG does seem to be, you know, changing the numbers there every single time. But still, so far, man, S7 not their best round.
Yeah, 20 lives remaining for ASG, and time is ticking down, and so is the lives for S7X right now. Sprays come through, and another life being dropped. Trade out though, but can you even call it a trade out with this gap in the lives right now? And I mean, look at the captures happening as well. Split capture right now, 2 ticks over onto B. about 1.5 now on A, and no more despawns for S7X. An absolute tough game here so far against ASG to the, what's that, 13 lives remaining for ASG. 2 ticks confirmed over on A, 3rd tick now approaching, lives dwindling down even more, 4 lives left. Objective A has been captured for ASG. Man, oh man, it's been absolute domination so far in this series from ASG.
Domination is the word, because only 2 life counts left and only 1, and well, SYRIX 07, they even capture all the 3. Oh my goodness, almost all 3 ticks locked in. ASG say, you know what, we can play objective, we can play TDM, we can win either way, but we want to try to win both ways. Either you die faster than we can capture, or we capture faster than you can die. And that was exactly what happened in round 1. But now looking at round 2 here, we go straight. ASGs are now the ones defending, and 07 will not be the ones to capture.
I think there's only one word to describe how ASG is playing this out right now, and it's bloodlust. They have absolute bloodlust right now in this control. I mean, even in our previous game modes, hardpoint was absolute bloodlust from ASG. This one though, for round number 2 on control, slowing down just a bit, 25 to 23, quite even on the lives over here. Still advantage over to ASG. Toxic with the equalizers in hand right now, looking to go ahead and have some efficiency from it. Goes on to point, finds 1, looking for a 2nd perhaps over here. We even have a war machine up top on Fadi, so this is the ops battle right now, but taken out by a hunter drone, I believe. Toxic gonna be granted that elimination. 19 to 21 lives is what remains, and B has passed its first tick.
It's exactly how we started in the first round. AR is exactly what's happening all over again. And you see the TDM plays, you see the defense though, not exactly the best parts when it comes to the B flag, but then the war machine and now the Annie on Storm, the operator skills now coming out to play, but still got some operator skills being reserved on the side of VNX. And S7 though, they still have 1 more ops not yet played by Sid. Now comes out with that Sparrow, finds Pyro, 7 can fall, Spain, SKS does the work. 10 to 13. Nak punching gloves, want to beat the rocks, but unfortunately you are not him. Saint double kill. VNX finds 1 double assist of his own. 11 to 8. 1 tick locked in on both flags. 07, what is going on?
I mean, a much better showing though from S7X over here. They've evened out the lives, but even so, ASG, they've just hit more shots. They've just won more ones effectively, but still so close. At the end of it, it comes down to a 7v1, and some good work out of Fadi over there to take it down to no more despawns for ASG, but ASG still gonna go ahead and get that round. 2-0 is where we stand. 1 more round for ASG. Let's have that listen-ins that we know and love, ladies and gentlemen, in our final round over here.
A bomb side. Place 1 there.
Go on the bomb side. There's
one pushed up here.
Bomb side, bomb. Let's get a bomb. This guy's on a bomb.
What's it called? Gas. One in gas already.
One is midi box.
Go him.
One is in our spawn.
I know where this killer drone kills me. I know where this shit kills me, bro.
There's 1 more back.
2
I think.
One for me, Delhi. He's on in now. 2 Delhi.
One more is A bomb. One is nice one, Axe.
There's 1 mid. Tank.
1 mid. He starts.
He's low.
Tempest is all the way back of us, man.
There's a guy.
He got me. Tempest is deep son.
No way.
Alright, they got me.
Hey,
They're all in
man,
our
GG's,
spawn.
man.
One got me mid.
One is gone.
I mean, the most relatable line out of that was, ain't no way that ish kills me over there. And I mean, I think I say that one at least 7 times a day, Black Matter.
Yeah, honestly, another thing that started out to me was I had some chuckles and some laughs in that call out. I don't know, maybe playing for fun to a whole different level, but still, the scoreboard is saying its own story. 7 to 15 here, double the life count in favor of ASG. They've got 1 tick locked in though when it comes to that capture, but it looks like they want to go full TDM this time around. They are.
Yeah, 23 seconds as well. They got to get this capture, increase that time, or just do what they did last time. Get both at the same time over here. Objective A has now been captured over by ASG. Again, still that double lives over there for ASG. Now taking S7 down into that no respawn area. Virus, though, gonna have that death machine out, looking to maybe just even the odds just a little bit. In fact, gonna even the odds for a moment. Goes for the plate missile, but taken out, unfortunately, by Knock. 8-4 is where we stand. Make that 7. And we might just be counting down a bit over here with S7X. 6 lives left to the 4. No respawns for S7X over here. Hacks needs to get these kills over here. Needs to go ahead and take it down to no more respawns. And that's gonna force ASG to play a little bit more tactically. Series against S7X.
Man, I'm convinced the World Champs is gonna be crazy because this is just wow. This is just ASG total dominance and control. Because why? Like, I mean, okay. First off, let me start off with the fact that we did not get our prediction correctly. We actually expected S7 to take control. And so yeah, let's put it out there. And now, secondly, we talk about the stats because we have to look at 21 bomb drop by 7ken and 17 dropped by Phoenix.
I'm gonna need editors to go back into the VOD and change it to make it sound like I said 3-0, just so I'm still correct. Because I know that will make Cal some way extremely mad as well. ASG with the full 3-0 wipeout over here in our series. 250 to 93, starting us off strong in Hacienda. 9-5 in Slums, and then a clean 3-0 in Control over here. Well done, ASG.